Joseph, the 11th son of Jacob, has arrived in Egypt. An Egyptian man called Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh and the captain of the guards, bought him as a slave and brought him there. The Lord was with Joseph. He was a successful man, serving in the household of his Egyptian master. When his master saw that the Lord was with him and had made everything that he did successful, he found favor with his master, and he appointed him to be his personal attendant. Potiphar also put him in charge of his household and placed all that he owned under his authority. And from that time that he put him in charge of his household and placed all that he owned under his authority, God blessed the Egyptian's house because of Joseph. The Lord's blessing was on all that he owned in his house and in his field, and he left everything under Joseph's authority. He didn't concern himself about anything except the food that he would eat. Now, Joseph was well built and was looking very handsome. After some time, his master's wife looked at him longingly and said,
"Sleep with me."
But Joseph refused and said,
"With me here, my master does not concern himself with anything in his house, and he has put all that he owns under my authority. No one in this house is greater than I am. He has withheld nothing from me except you, because you are his wife. So how could I do this immense evil? And how could I sin against God?"
Although she kept speaking to Joseph about this, but Joseph refused to go to bed with her. One day, he went to the house to work, and none of the household servants were there. She grabbed her by his garment and said, "Sleep with me." But Joseph disowned his garment, escaped, and he ran outside. When she saw that Joseph had left his garment and went outside, she called the servant and said,
"Look, my husband brought a Hebrew man. He came to me so he could sleep with me, and I screamed as loud as I could. When he heard me screaming for help, he left his garment beside me and ran outside."
He put Joseph's garment beside her until his master came and told him the story. After his master heard the story, he became so furious and he threw Joseph into the prison where the king's servants were confined. So there was Joseph in the prison, but the Lord was with him. He extended kindness to him and he granted him favor with the prison warden. After this, Egypt's king cupbearer and baker offended their master, the king of Egypt. Pharaoh got so angry and he put them in prison where Joseph was confined. The captain of the prison assigned Joseph to them as their personal attendant. The warden put all the prisoners who were in the prison under Joseph's authority, and he was responsible for everything that was done over there. The warden didn't bother himself about anything under Joseph's authority because the Lord was with him and he made everything that he did successful. One day, Joseph attended to the servants of Pharaoh to serve them as his normal duty. When he went there, they were looking so sad. So he asked them, "What is wrong? You are looking so sad." And they told him that they had a dream, but there is no interpretation. And Joseph said, "Isn't interpretation belong to God? Tell me your dream." Joseph interpreted the dreams to them by the Spirit of God after they told him, and he told them to remember him if everything goes on successfully. In 3 days, everything that Joseph said in his interpretation came to pass. The other servant was hanged and put to death, and the other one had his position restored, and he even forgot Joseph. Not too long after 2 years, Pharaoh the king also had a dream. He summoned all his magicians and the wise men, but there was no interpretation, and the king was so troubled for the dream that he had. That was when the servant of Pharaoh remembered Joseph. He told the king that, "Your Majesty, when we offended you and you got angry with us and put us in prison, We met one Hebrew man who interpreted our dreams to us, and everything that he said in his interpretation came to pass. So Pharaoh sent for Joseph. Pharaoh summoned Joseph and told him, I have heard of you, that you are able to interpret dreams. Joseph replied, I am not the one, but God. Pharaoh told him the dream, and Joseph was able to give a satisfying interpretation, and Pharaoh realized that the Spirit of God was within Joseph. A solution to the dream, according to the interpretation, it required Pharaoh to appoint a wise man to prepare for what the Lord was about to do in the land. And Pharaoh said, there is no wise man in this land more than Joseph. So he appointed Joseph and said, everybody shall obey your command except I the king, and you shall be the second in command in my kingdom. That was how Joseph's life was transformed from prison to prime minister. If you believe God can transform your life and make you a great person, like and share my video. If you do that, God will bless you.